Right, I think we're up and running.
We are.
Right, I'll get the link into the yoke and then. I don't think the lads are ready that it's a sprint race, to be honest, but.
That should be exciting anyway.
Yeah, so.
Charlie Streams 1, hello.
Right, lads, so. Tier 2, round 3. It's Bahrain today, and we're starting the new format of a sprint race. Deciding today is another different commentator again, and it's Farman back after round 1. How are you, Farman?
How are we? Not too bad yourself.
Oh, well, hopefully today actually goes better than the last time anyway, to say the least. But,
and
yeah, go on.
Bava S is just taking out the braking boards.
I don't think anyone's using no race, and 9 Dano M isn't here anyway, so we'll be sound.
He'll be the first man to set a lap anyway.
Does anyone in the comments there know how I get rid of this yoke? I don't know how to get rid of it.
What are you trying to get rid of?
Oh, I have it, never mind. Sound loud, don't worry about it. How we going? Right, so Vava better be the first man to start a lap, and today is the sprint quali, so for anyone who doesn't know, it'll be the 18-minute quali as usual, and we're going to go straight into a 5-lapper, which will then decide the grid for the 50% race. So hopefully, lads, it just adds a bit of something different on to the race, and Vava better be the first man to start his lap here. He's actually a new driver in the league, he's just got his seat. So hopefully he can put on a show for us.
Down is turn 1. It's very easy. It's easy to go deep.
He broke a bit too early there by the looks of it. Short shifts a lot. Yeah, short shifts
Wasn't on the spin coming out anyway.
I'm not too sure what the times will be like with especially after the update yesterday, with it just resetting all the times and making the cars about a second slower.
It'll probably be about 126, 127s.
Oh, Vavabek goes very wide. He just needs to finish off the lap. We're going to go to the Ferrari behind him of A. Whelan. An absolute bottle job, I heard. That's the rumour.
I don't think he's ever finished a race without spin or getting lucky.
Never. He just flukes into everything. I hassle you with myself, Johnny, and Fairman. I don't know what is that. Aaron is just going slowly. I'm not too sure what's going on there. I think it's Reese.
Oh, Adams.
He doesn't seem to be pushing
so far.
I don't know. The Wild Storm is behind him. It's another new driver in the league. I really don't know what to expect from him.
You might get a little toe now, down the back straight, as Vavabek comes to the line and sets a 127.3.
That's a decent banker with the new timings. What's Adam going to
And then the man that eats pasta with a spoon, a 127.7.
The Wild Storm goes with quickest with a 26.9. Fallon goes P2. I think it's Gary Joe goes invalidated. And there's a load of cars coming out. We're going with Cyber Joe's coming across the line at 27.3. So the times are very, very close. From 2nd to 5th. There's only a 10th between them all. And I see a lot of cars coming here. I don't know who to go to. Everyone just seems to be setting lap. I was expecting Shu to be a bit higher than that, but I don't know. Maybe
it's the first lap.
Yeah. Baseron is set a purple sector 2, and he's gone wide and not invalidated there somehow. I'm not too sure. How are you, Toby? Any crack? Let's see in the chat.
Down to the final 2 corners.
It's very slow going.
Flat out on the power. DRS open.
This looks like a decent lap actually, and he goes P2.
127.1.
lap. Callum Mitford is coming to the line now. What's he going to set? The middle sector split is not amazing. Running out of ERS, and he goes 11th. So that's not an incredible lap from Callum Mitford, but it's very close.
A lot of cars.
Was Vavabel spun on his in lap? I think that is poor. That is not the greatest from Vavabek. A Cyber Joe has as well. As Rory Drain is 2.5 seconds up on his time, he seems to be going for a second push lap.
He's been there on
the championship leader at the minute, so he's definitely expecting to get a good result here today, just to extend his gap.
Just 15 points on it so far, so one DNF, and it could be back to square one.
From Rory. That's not the time I was expecting anyway. As Reese seems to be on a lap here, I'm not too sure if he is or not. Sure, we'll stick with them anyway. Toby, you can never miss it. It's too important.
Good man, Toby.
Fair play to you, Toby.
Reese coming to the line. 128. 128.6.
Is Ashnas on a lap? I'm not too sure. He seems to have just gone for 3 or 4 push laps. I don't know what's going on there. But 2 of the lads in the top 6 have crashed, so that's going to really hurt their chances in the sprint. Because realistically, you need to be up at the top. You can't be in the middle of the pack for that, because it's just going to be absolute chaos the whole time.
I think Anna's Fighter is the only one on a lap at the moment, down.
Yeah, we'll stick with him for the lap. Ashnas is
coming on now.
He doesn't have the best pace, but he gets results every so often when he doesn't crash.
Consistency is key.
But that's not very often. He seems to. I think he's crashing every race so far. The fucker. So.
That's not consistent, I know.
No.
Very consistently crashing.
Yeah, he's doing well for himself. He used to have a wheel where oh, I can't even explain it. It was probably the worst wheel I've ever seen. I think he's got a Logitech now. He's gone purple.
Oh, he set a purple.
I'm not sure if that's a glitch or not, but if it isn't, fair
play. He was a bit squirming on the exit though.
Yeah, very. Comes around to the last corner now. I'm guessing speed 127, so maybe 128.
127, I'd say. Yeah, 127.9.
12. That's not really where you want to be for a sprint race. Fair enough in the after the sprint race, but not for the start of it. As Reese is coming around the last corner, I can't see if he's up or down actually. He's going into the pits.
He is on an in-lap.
And here's the Mercedes behind him. Reese
there's a Haas.
Very slowly.
He's starting a lap.
The Haas
there's a Ferrari.
Mr. Blue is a very vocal man in the Discord, and he's only recently joined, so he'd want to put up a decent lap here to back up his words, but I really don't know what to expect from him. I haven't seen much, but he takes turn 1 very nicely there.
I can't even keep up with who's on lap and who's not.
Yeah, it's probably not the best thing for us. Chris has actually put in. I must have missed Chris's lap, but I didn't expect Chris to be up that high, to be honest with you.
Gary Turbo is on his way after finishing his first lap. He set a purple sector 2
in his first 2 races, I don't think so. He really needs to win the race here, realistically.
Great lap by Gary.
But that is only just about ahead of the Wild Storm. So this could be a very interesting battle for pole here for the sprint race.
Ever since the cars have been made slower, it's like everyone is being kind of like equalled in a sense.
Yeah, exactly.
There's 5 tenths from P1 to P8.
Oh, face forward. I was not expecting that at all from him. Fair play to
great
him.
lap.
That is some lap. Fair play, face forwards. But Jack Fallon, I think, he's 2 tenths up in the first sector, so we'll see what he's up in the middle. But Jack Fallon's a very quick lad, and he's very consistent. He did a really good
Blue
result.
comes to mind.
It was only half a tenth up. Which is probably not what he needs. He needs to be about 2 tenths up to make any sort of position. Someone, I think.
Adam Whelan goes 5th.
We'll go back to. Who was I even on? I've lost who I was on. As Rizla Blue was on the racing line there, I'm not too sure what was happening.
We've an Alpine coming to the line.
That's Gary, who's backed off his lap, and then it's Mercedes of Rory. So Rory will be starting his lap here.
Then behind Rory we have Danman. who's starting this lap as well.
So
Then
we'll
we
stay
have
with
his
Rory for
teammate.
this lap, and just see how he gets on, because Rory's definitely a man who needs to be up in that top 5.
Oh,
You alright?
I thought Adam Whelan had a spin. He was ghosting.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. But sure, we'll stay with Rory here and see what sort of lap he gets in. He had a very good result last night in League of Legends. Wildstorm puts in a
Wildstorm
26.6. That is a
Adam
very
Whelan
quick lap.
was 6/10 up on his lap, and he went wide onto the back straight and
Rory
bad
seems
it.
to be struggling here. I think he was 3/10 up in the first sector, but he's had a very, very poor middle start to the middle sector, so I don't know if he's going to improve.
He's still 3/10 up so far, just barely though.
I don't know.
I think he's actually backed out a lap.
Millen goes P2. Again, another man I was not expecting to be up there at all, but these lads have proven me wrong today. Big Boy Derek is a lad who I'd expect to be up there, but he's made a mistake on his lap, just as I got to him. Commentator's curse. Callum Mitford is cutting the track. That's gonna get a penalty. Stick that up.
Dan Man, sector 2. He is not doing well.
So, no, where's Dan Man? Spuffy Net Roach is also a lad who I think is actually fairly quick, from what I can remember, but I'm not 100% sure.
Come to the end of sector 2. A 108.4.
That's not, it's about 2 seconds off the pace, and he's backed off, so there's a big queue of traffic here. I'm not too sure who's going on a lap or who's finishing the lap or what's the story, but...
Oh, we've had a spinner, I think. Dan Man. Dan Man has won.
Yeah, he's done what Maz's been done, just gone on the power too early, I think. I can just send him. I think Big Boy Derek's starting another lap. Like, I really expect, he definitely has tier 1 pace. I expect him to be a bit higher up. I know that in Austria he was on for the win and he overtook the safety car and got disqualified, and then he won in Silverstone. So realistically he should be the title leader at the minute, but
yeah.
So he's definitely a challenger for Rory and Gary and the Wildstorm by the looks of it. If you can just give him an invite back there.
Yep.
Just looking at Roach. This seems like a solid lap from Big Boy Jack so far. How would he take the downhill hairpin? He takes it. Oh, that's not the best. That's not great, but it'll do. It'll do. Don't know what you're saying there, George. Yeah, Big Boy Derek comes up to the end of sector 2 now. Is he going to be up on his time? He'd need to be up on his time. He's up by 4/10. He probably needs about another 4 or 5/10 on top of that. So, he must have made a huge mistake in the last corner, if so. But he's going to have to absolutely. He's took that nicely, actually. He took that very nicely. Where's Big Boy Derek going to go? I expect this to be in the top 5, and he goes 6th. Very, very close. As Jack Fallon is 4/10 up in the first sector alone. So if he has had a decent middle sector here, then he'd be looking very, very good for pole. What's he going to be up? He's up by 5/10. So Jack Fallon, if he can just get the last corner right, he's on for pole 100%.
Could be an untouchable time.
Yeah, it looks like a very solid time at the minute, but the Wildstorm's time, it's very, very good for tier 2. I expect that to be better than some of the tier 1 lads, but here he comes to the line and he goes quicker. Jack Fallon goes pole. That is a very, very good lap.
What a lap.
I don't think there's anyone else on a lap at the minute. Matthew XY3 looks like he maybe would stay on board with him for the rest of the final sector. Matthew is another lad who's quite quick, but he just hasn't really. He's just got caught up in instance and stuff like that. He hasn't really had the chance to show it. But he's 3/10 up in the middle. He
Will he get back in?
More. I don't think so. No, I think his game is broken apparently. He'll have to start from last for the sprint race. If we can get him into the sprint race, it'll be okay. That's where it matters.
There'll probably be carnage in that sprint race.
Of Reese, yeah. And there's an AlphaTauri going slowly. I think that's Chris. I'm not too sure what's going on there, but Matthew comes to the line and he goes. He stays where he is. Improves by 3/10, but stays where he is. That's not exactly what he wanted. Reese has just recovered from his spin. Where's Adam? Adam would want to be up there with his lap anyway, but I'd expect Gary to definitely be challenging for pole. But then again, the Wildstorm and Jack Fallon have shown very good pace so far, so you never know. And Chris is very close to the Red Bull here. I'm not too sure what he's doing. As Gary gets out the way, fair play, Gary. Yeah, there he is. He's back in. He should get one last lap in, hopefully.
It'll be tight.
Yeah, I'd say we had the 40 seconds or so glitch, so he should be alright. I wonder, is Chris up? Chris is up by about. He's not up by enough. He needs to improve by 2/10 to move up a position. We'll come back to Chris later on the lap. Who else is on the lap? A McLaren of Reese, but Reese spun earlier in the lap. There's a Red Bull of Matthew. I'm not too sure if he's on a lap or not. He's got no ERS left, so I'm assuming he's pitting, because that's just not going to help him.
And there's a McLaren of Wildstorm on the start of his lap.
Is Adam on the lap?
Adam is, he's going to sector 2.
Yeah.
Into sector 2.
We'll stay on with Adam here, because I think he's the only one in the lap
3/10
in the last sector. I think. Yeah, it's himself and Chris on face forwards. So we'll actually go to face forwards because he's on the lap as well. And then we'll go back to Adam. Face forwards, come up to the line, and he sets a 20. That's a very good lap from face forwards. Was not expecting that at all. And Adam goes P3.
Goes P3.
Look how close P1 to P4
that
is.
So close.
Not even half a tenth between them. That is very, very good.
That's a great lap by Adam.
Yeah. I think it's Rory Drain coming to the line, and he is. And Rory goes on. This is not what Rory wanted at all. As much as Rory is a race man, so the sprint quali should realistically help him out. It's not a great result still, as Atanas goes 9th. It's so mad from Atanas. I was not expecting that at all.
Big Boy Dark comes to start his last lap.
Who's going to Alfa Romeo? I think of Millen. Yeah, he looks like he's going to the pit, so Millen's done with
Barely
qualifying.
gets to the line.
Big Boy, or Jack Fallons thinks that his lap's good enough, so he hasn't come out for another lap. The Wildstorm is down in his time. Is Adam going again? No, I think Jack Fallon may have pole here, unless Gary Drover has something to say about it. I think Gary could be the man to take the pole here. Yeah, the Wildstorm's done. He doesn't improve.
Let's wait for Gary
for the taking. I think he's up by anything here. He's up by 10th. Yeah, this is looking. Gary needs 4/10 though. He needs a lot more time in this last sector. I don't think there's any other lads in the lap ahead of him. Maybe Millen, but he's in the pits. Alfa Romeo can't admit very slow, but Gary comes around the last corner. Is he going to get himself into the top 3? Is he going to get himself pole? And he gets himself 5th. That's not what Gary needed at all. I think
that is so close. That top 5.
And Rory goes 11th again. That's not where you want to be for a sprint race. It's Big Boy Derek. I think it's going to be the last man on the lap. That is such a close qualifying at the top. Jesus Christ.
Top 8.
And then even if you look from 8th or 7th down to 12th, like even further down as far as 14th, there's only 3/10 between them. Like, this Big Boy Derek improved there. I didn't see where he went, but he definitely improved.
That has probably been one of the closest qualities I've ever seen.
Yeah, that is a very, very close quality.
Look at that gap.
Stuff. I'll let you read out the.
Right, so in P1 we have Fallen XN, and then we have the Wildstorm, LOI Adam Whelan, Face Forwards, LOI Gary Drobro, Mullen, Big Boy Dark, Basia Aaron, Anis Fighter, I'd Shoe, Rory, Rutty Boy, Bavabet, Cyber Joe, After Cyber Joe, we have Callum Midford, Matthew, Reese Lally, Dan Mann, and Spuffy.
Yeah,
That
so
is our
it's
grid.
I think whoever's in the comments there, George Spuffy had to pick a car. I didn't actually see that comment, but he did need to pick a car there. That was. I'm not too sure if he'd be racing here or not. Hopefully he is.
I
But yeah,
think it
this
will
sets
add
up
in.
very, very interesting here for this. I'm just going to split the stream into a few different.
Do you think anyone is going to risk it in the 5-lapper sprint quality, or do you think that they'll save?
I think someone
back?
definitely will. I couldn't tell you who, but someone is definitely going to go for some sort of move, and it's going to really hurt them.
If someone in the top 5 goes for some stupid, anyone back from that can gain so many positions. So,
Are we going now, or is it a formation up? I don't know.
lights out and away we go.
Oh, they're gone.
Fallon gets a great start.
Fallon gets a very, very good start.
That was very quick.
Yeah, I didn't expect that one at all. And hopefully there's no chaos in the back, as the lads can't afford to spin.
Took it nice.
Oh, that's not. Oh, Millen.
Oh, Alfa Romeo
that's
gone.
not great for Millen.
2 Alfa Romeos. That has been a shocker start.
Very, very good starts. Although Gary
Adam Whelan down to 10th.
Oh, it's chaos here. Adam Whelan is causing chaos.
Roy Drain gets a 3-second time penalty. Already.
Yeah, Chris's internet doesn't seem great, but there's great battling going on here behind Cyber Joe. And we'll go on board with Adam Whelan here, coming up to the hairpin. Everyone just get their break, and Adam misses the breaking point, which is not what he needs. But Gary Drobro has had a dreadful start on this for the sprint race. This is not what he needed at all. Now look, the position changes. Yeah, Gary's down 11, Millen's down 13, and there's chaos up and down the field as Reese has spun as well. But Baseron has gone up 5 places. He's the big gainer from this, up to 3rd place.
Reese has been by himself, it looks like. But the top 2 are 100% pulling away now.
Word of their own. Just hope that everyone stays calm for the rest of the race now. But Cyber Joe is right on the back of Shoe here. Don't tell me Shoe's going into the pits in a 5-lapper. He is.
Reese Lally has spun again.
I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, Reese not the best showing from him. I don't know why Shoe's going into the pits.
The top 2 fighting it out.
Oh, Adam Whelan and Rizla Blue. Oh, that's very close, but we'll go to the battle for the lead. As the Wildstorm goes around the outside.
Oh, contact.
Oh, he's held
It's nearly Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
And Fallon keeps it in there. Oh, don't spin. Oh, that's great racing.
What
lads.
a move.
As Fallon goes back down the inside. He's going for it again. And the Wildstorm gives him the space. He's gone down the inside and he just keeps it. That is great racing from the 2 lads.
This is giving Bassi and Aaron face forwards and Big Boy Dark all time to catch up.
We'll go back to the battles down below. There's no one that close to them. Matthew's probably the closest to anyone, if not phase forwards. But yeah, lads, there was just a lack of patience with a lot of lads. This has been horrible for the 2 Alpine boys. They were P19 and P20, so they've got a lot of work to do. Although someone's gone, Shoe was retired. So that's not what you need at all. So he'll be starting last. As phase forwards is very close to the back of Baseron. They both have very similar ERS, but we'll go back to the battle for the lead as Jack Fallon is really pushing the Wildstorm through.
Wildstorm sets Big Boy Rookie Boy fastest lap.
It looks like it's going 3 wide here. Baseron and phase forwards are going side by side. We're looking at it from Big Boy Dark. They're still going side by side. So they keep it clean with Big Boy Dark. It's a better exit than the both of them. And he looks like he could be on the back of the 2 of them here. He needs to be careful. He needs to don't go for the move down the middle. Jesus.
3 wide.
As Vavabed is retired, that is not what you want to see. Yeah, Big Boy Dark, he needs to capitalise when it's there. As there's plenty of moves going down. I've just missed.
Phase forwards down the inside.
Wide. As Big Boy Dark is the better exit of the 2, but he's burning his ERS. They need to be careful.
Big Boy Dark is
very
inside.
Careful, and he's hit the back of him. They need to be more careful there. I think they have to prioritise where they're starting over finishing ahead of each other in this, because the points are made in the race, not in this. You just need to be a bit more careful. Rory Drain has
The
had a
Wild
good few
Storm.
positions, but he still has that 3-second penalty, so that's going to kill him.
That will knock him back.
The Wild,
Probably
they both
10th.
have very similar ERS. So I
The top
think
two have
DRS
barely
is
any ERS left.
Yeah, the DRS is going to be very powerful here. Fallon needs to sort of line up a move and just not waste it. But he seems to be going for the move here, and he goes down the inside. The Wildstorm doesn't fight it. I think he just wants to get up and move for the next trick. Although he breaks very, very late. And he keeps it alongside, and he gets the lead back. And I think he has the DRS as well. So the Wildstorm...
Adam Whelan has
Whelan's retired. In the pits, by the looks of it. That's no... Adam Whelan won't be reserving again, to say the least. But, oh, there's plenty of battles going on here that I'm missing. Chris, Big Boy Jack has just gone past Rushy Boy. Cyber Joe, this is very close for the battle for P3. Baseron does not seem to have the pace as these other lads behind him do. Unfortunately for him.
This is very close racing.
Chris, I don't know what Chris is doing there, but I've seen that from Cyber Joe's angle. And that was not a good look for Chris, but it's such a DRS train at the minute. Led by Baseron, is very, very close. As Jack Fallon is still behind. Jack Fallon needs to make a move, but he needs to time it for the last lap. He just needs to sit behind him, save his ERS for the lap. Oh, his face forward's gone! I've just caught that, he spun it. Oh, I've just caught that on stream, he spun it, that's gonna kill him for the race now. 4 retirements in the 5 lap is not what you want to see at all.
Oh!
What's going on?
Dan Man nearly drove it into base forwards.
Seem to be very close here with
and
Dan Man and Rizla Blue, but we'll go back to
them.
the battle for P3. As Cyber Joe has a lot more ERS than Rory Drain, and so Rushy Boy's going for the outside. This is great battling from all 5 of the lads here. As Big Boy
Fall
Jack
XM
needs
took
to be
the lead.
careful. Has he? Oh, I didn't even see it.
He took the lead from Wildstorm, but he went deep, so
Right.
Wildstorm got back into turn 3.
As much as that's the battle for the lead, there's now 6 lads battling here. I can't miss this one. Cyber Joe's really pushing Rory Drain through. He seems to have a lot more pace. Just not something that I expected from the championship leader, to be a bit slower. But the 2 Aston
We're on the
Martins
last
are in
lap already.
great positions. The last lap, I think the Wildstorm is going to hold the lead and keep pole. Oh, Jack Fanning gets very squirrely on the exit. As Rizla Blue goes past Dan Man, and Dan Man goes back down the inside. This is very tight between these two lads. They need to be careful. Go back to the battle with Big Boy Derek and Chris. Chris has done very well for himself here. Go back to position change. Yeah, Chris is up 8 positions. Same with Matthew, and Cyber Joe's up 7. So the lads have done very well for themselves. So it looks like the Wildstorm is going to come around the last corner to get pole.
And we have our pole sitter for round 3.
I don't think there's anyone else going to make any moves. Yeah, it seems to be fairly in order here. Yeah, no.
Where does Rory Drain drop to? Drops to 8. He lost 2 possessions.
Yeah. That's not what Rory Drain needed. I don't think anyone else is close enough, but that's I'll get a picture of that now.
Gary Drobro, Adam Whelan and face forwards will definitely won't be happy with that.
Yeah, I think lads need to sort of understand that it's
As
that sprint
barriers.
race does not decide the race at all.
No.
Rory, if you just send, can you oh, I missed the picture. I'm afraid. Rory, can you just, I don't know if you're listening, but if you are, can you just send me that footage as quick as you can? I'll see if it can get removed.
Do you want me to screenshot off the stream?
Yeah, no, I know that he got a straight 3 seconds. He just said he wanted to show me let's just see if it can get removed for the race, because that's not really fair on Rory. I'm just going to get a picture of the grid and then we'll restart the stream with the race then. 1 second.
Well, if we got that much excitement out of 5 laps.
I'll let you read out the finishing order there.
No bother. If my game decides to load. Man down. So in P1 we have the Wild Storm followed by Fall and Basia Aaron, which is our top three. Then we have Rutty Boy, Cyber Joe, Big Boy Dark, Matthew, Rory Drain, Anna's Fighter, Callum Midford, Millen, Dan Man, Reza Blue, Spuffy, Ness, Roach, Reese Laddie, Gary Face Forwards, Adam Whelan, Bavbet and Shoe.
Alright lads, so if any listening, just stay in the stream and or stay in the lobby even, and we'll get the stream back up in a few minutes. We just need to get the grid sorted. Thanks for watching so far, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.